The Defenseless, that's what one organization is aiming for as it rescues children from sex trafficking, violence, and abuse. Here with me is the International President of Call to Rescue organization, Dr. Cindy Romine. Good morning and thanks for being here today.
Good morning, Miss Claire. It's so wonderful to be here. Thank you for having us. Nice to have you here. Yes.
Now, your organization, you're part of this organization, and I know that you're rescuing victims from sex trafficking,
yes,
as well as violence and abuse. Can you tell us more about this and how you got into this?
Well, actually, Claire, it's really interesting because I was living here in the Philippines when all of my cause started. And I was in Olongapo, and there were children on the street that were living on the street, eating out of the garbage, you know, just awful situation, being used sexually at night. And I was very upset by that, obviously, and I started my first house right then and there. Picked them up off the street. I also felt a responsibility because the children were birthed by Filipinas, of course, but they were, you know, it was from the U.S. military that these girls even had these children. So I kind of felt like they were our kids too, the U.S. kids. And so I just took them all in and we started the rehabilitation. That was 1988, and I have celebrating my 30th year next year of rescuing kids.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really fun and horrible. It's the most horrible situation and the most rewarding situation at the same time. So for me, freedom is for every child to have a childhood.
And I know you just mentioned that it started in Olongapo.
It did.
From there, did it spread? Did you rehabilitate around the Philippines as well?
We did. We have different rehabilitation sites in the Philippines. We work, of course, in the United States, and the truth is that every country on the earth has this problem. It's not just a Filipino problem, it's a worldwide problem. But for the Philippines, 100,000 children that are Filipinos are trafficked every year, either out of the Philippines in containers or ships or whatever, or through the Philippines, from, you know, Zamboanga to wherever they're taking them to be trafficked. We did do the largest military sting in the Philippines for a rescue. We used the military, we used PNP, used DOJ, and it was for a 14-year-old girl. And we got her back. And I'll tell you, the moment she saw her mommy, when that mother got her kid back, it was like earth-shattering. And so if you can think about spending a night without your child in your home.
Now I know that, Dr. Cindy, you also travel around the world to do this. Tell us about that.
I have a great group in Guatemala that helps kids, and then I have 13 houses in Burma, Myanmar. And Myanmar is a military problem. It's almost like in every country there's a reason why this escalates. And in a lot of countries it's poverty. In the Philippines, poverty really leads away in sex trafficking. But worldwide, every situation's a little different. In the U.S., it's coercion, where they talk girls into it. You know, come on, I really love you, that type of thing. Happens here too. But here, poverty, it's really led by poverty.
And how alarming is this problem of sex trafficking?
There's 1.2 million kids trafficked every year in the world. 100,000 of them are yours. And I know
that's
horrible.
And I know your organization is there to rescue these victims. How can people join your organization or be part of it?
Well, we always need volunteers, of course. And you know, we have a wonderful website. They can go on the website. And of course, your very own Anthony Pangilinan is my OIC, and he's there to help everybody get going and finding their place in this. And everybody seems to want to, at least in the U.S., they want to be out on the street and really doing it, right? And it's really, in the U.S., we just call 911. Same way here in the Philippines. When we locate a child, we call the PNP. We have the top number, so we know they're going to be treated fairly.
So these are the numbers that they can call if they want to report any sex trafficking case or cases of abuse.
You know, one time we had a person call us, and it was in a normal neighborhood, but she heard a baby crying where there wasn't supposed to be one. And the second day she heard the baby crying, the baby was about 3, and she said, "Don't hurt me, don't hurt me." And the lady called PMP, and we rescued that child who'd been being used for sex for 3 weeks.
So people out there, please be mindful
Yes.
of your surroundings and your neighborhood. And if you see anything or hear anything, please do call these numbers, because there are people there that will help these
Yes.
children. And how is your organization, lastly, how is your organization leading the fight?
I think, well, in the last like 18 months, we've rescued 1,400 kids. So that's a huge number, and we're very happy with that number, although we would like it to be 14,000. Obviously, there are so many children missing and abused, and we just want them to have the childhood they deserve and to come home to their parents. I think we lead the fight more because we are on the streets. And in every country, we are on the streets finding these kids. It's amazing how and where you find them. In the places you least expect, you will find problems, and you can rescue kids. Our youngest kid ever rescued was here in the Philippines, and she was 4 years old.
Well, Dr. Cindy, thank you so much for everything that you do. We appreciate it very much. And thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.